If you are not already familiar with SmartArt features found in PowerPoint, as well as the different shapes and lines that you can insert, feel free to pause the video now to take time to explore all that the Insert tab in PowerPoint has to offer. However, it is easy to get carried away and use SmartArt features too heavily. Oftentimes, the most effective slide designs are those that create their own version of SmartArt that perfectly fit the needs and design of the pitch. Now, just as in the previous video, each slide presented to you in this video is a mock slide that uses multiple effective slide design techniques. This video will cover how to communicate direction and size and how to communicate key ideas with icons. This slide illustrates an effective instance of communicating a sequence of events. Please pause the video now. When communicating a sequence or flow of events, it is often helpful to think about how we naturally tend to read a PowerPoint slide. Typically, we read left to right and top to bottom. Therefore, any sequence of events should follow this pattern. It goes against our instincts as an audience to read bottom to top. This slide follows that correct pattern. This slide also uses parallelism as previously touched on the prior video. The words download, create, and interact all match in terms of tense and number. This slide also illustrates a sequence of events. Please pause the video now. Now, instead of reading top to bottom, this slide reads from left to right. Rather than using the circles with icons inserted within, you could also consider using arrows to illustrate the sequence of events. Again, notice the parallelism that exists with the verbs download, purchase, and refer. This slide uses various size shapes to communicate market size. Please pause the video now to read the slide. If you want to emphasize size differences, say in your available market, consider using the Shapes feature in PowerPoint to insert different size shapes. This is a particularly effective technique because it creates a noticeable contrast on your slide that is easy for your audience to detect. This slide uses icons to emphasize a key statistic. Please pause the video now. Using icons is a great way to break up the text on your slide and provide a visual graphic for your audience to look at. An icon is a symbol or graphic representation of an object or idea. Now, what does this mean? Well, say that I want to represent that 1 in 4 people are plagued by a certain problem. Instead of writing this fact out, or using the enlarging statistics technique detailed in the previous video, I could find an icon of a stick person and insert 3 of a certain color and 1 of a different color. Now, underneath or next to this icon, I would insert a label in a smaller font indicating what the 1 out of 4 people represents. There's an icon for just about anything, so be careful not to overuse this technique. This last slide is also an effective instance of using icons. Go ahead and pause the video now. What I want to emphasize on this slide is that icons are particularly effective when they are clear logos or representations of a brand or company. For example, I could have easily just written Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube on the slide without inserting any icons. But think about how boring this would look. By inserting the icons or logos associated with each of these companies, I have created a visually appealing slide for my audience to look at.